I'm sat on a naval chair. Let's have a little bit of a closer look at it so we can see what it's all about. This one stands out to most naval chairs that we've had in the past, which have been made of mahogany and late 18th century in date. This is the first one we've ever had made of oak. And also it's a little bit later in date. It's Regency period, around about 1825. So, how does a naval chair work? Well, of course, on board ship, when the call clear the decks comes, you've got to move everything very quickly. If you can't move it quickly, it's overboard. The most important thing to do is to get the guns into action and to clear the space for that. So you can't be doing with furniture that has got screw-on legs, bolt-on legs. You've got something which is nice and quick. And the naval chair, the design of it, fulfills that criteria perfectly. So we simply lift the seat up, pushing the side hinges, and there we go, a very flat piece of furniture which can easily be stored in the hold or in a dinghy trailing behind your ship. So, I mean, just a fantastic design, very, very clever, and all done with hinges. Now, for the academics amongst us, this chair is also interesting for another point of view. And let's have a quick look at that. Most naval chairs do not have this little section of the structure with a hinge set in about an inch. They will have a hinge set onto the back leg so that you don't have that little bit of extra work. This one, because we've got the sweep of the leg, they've had to do that because otherwise the front legs are not going to fold flat against the back. Now, other naval chairs we've had that have had a sweep of the leg, the sweep hasn't been as exaggerated, or it started much lower, so you've had a straighter section here, or they have set this stretcher bar higher up, so you don't need to do that. With this one, they wanted to keep it low, and they also wanted to keep this lovely sweep to the leg, so they had to do that. They had to cut the stretcher there and put the hinge in. So a very minor academic point, but for furniture historians, a nice, interesting little variant to the story. So there we go. An English naval chair made of oak, unusual to be made of oak, most of mahogany as we said. Unusual in that it's a little bit later in date, it's Regency, around about 1825. We have had one or two Regency chairs, naval chairs before, but not that many, they're not that common. But to sum it up, just a fantastic piece of design. Simple, but very, very effective, like most good design is.